top crypto assets in your portfolio?
So, I mean, one is obviously Sol. Two is, I'm not sure if people can guess this. It's not a token. It's a coin. So it's an L1 coin. I wonder if you guys can guess it, actually.
Well, I mean, from Twitter, I think it's Zcash, right?
Yeah. So second biggest holding would be Zcash.
How did that happen? Like, why Zcash over Monero, for example, or like any other privacy coin? Like, is there some, I don't know, did you meet the founders and they inspired you, or like any backstory to it?
Sure. Well, fundamentally, I'm interested in problems, and especially very impactful ones. And there's a few generational problems, I think, in crypto. One that I was very interested in was scalability and performance, and so that's why I started on Solana. I think there's a few others, and so one of those is ZK, zero knowledge. I think that's going to be quite important. And right alongside that is going to be privacy, right? I think basically a world in which crypto succeeds at mass scale, but privacy doesn't, is somewhat of a failed experiment, where now you have like the worst of both worlds, where you have zero sovereignty and full surveillance into everything you're doing. And for example, I love the stable coins. I think they obviously are very useful in what they aim to do, but they can be frozen way easier than any other solution. Like it's even easier than a bank account freezing your accounts. USDC is just frozen right into the contract, right? And like that's probably okay for most use cases, but certainly not all of them. And if there's even like 5% that it's not okay for, then that's important. And so I think privacy is like aesthetically a good problem to work on because it's impactful, and I think it's a net good. And so if you start with that premise, I basically just said, okay, well, what are the solutions? And yeah, there's Monero and there's Zcash and there's others as well. So Aztec and Arcium on Solana. And I think based on a pure technical understanding, Zcash just has the most proven tech. I mean, people don't know that they basically pioneered ZK proofs on chain. Like they've had ZK proofs for years, and it's actually being used for real transactions. And the core team, well, so the core team stuff is a little complex, but there's a Electric Coin Lab or something like this. That team is extremely competent. I met them, and they mean business, and they have very smart folks like Zuko, Shanbo, et cetera, working on it. So it's kind of a combination of impact bet versus and then people bet. I don't have anything against Monero. I just think on technical merits, Zcash is stronger, and I think doing this on a single L1 also makes sense. I think on an L2 it makes sense as well, but again, there's going to be censorship problems where you might have to force exit and stuff like this, which probably works for most use cases. But if you're talking extreme privacy, then vertical integration of privacy is going to be important. So that's a long answer, but that's why that's my second biggest holding.